Hello everyone, and welcome to this webinar on how to leverage Tempo timesheets for accurate Capex and Opex tracking. But with that, let's get started. So my name is Ólöf Kristjánsdóttir, and I'm the marketing director here at Tempo. And on the call today, we also have my colleague Daniel Scott, our product marketing director. But I'm also very pleased to welcome our guests from Transition Technologies to this webinar, Michał, Dubel, and Marcin. And we're going to go ahead and actually share our cameras so everyone can see our faces. So let's see if we're all coming online. Great. And we will start with just a short introduction. Daniel, would you mind going first?
Sure, no problem, Ólöf. So hi, everybody. Very happy to be on the call with you today. Also, big thanks to our friends at Transition Technologies for being part of this. My name is Daniel Scott. I'm the Director of Product Marketing here at Tempo. Been with the company about 8 or 9 months now. So yeah, appreciate everyone's attendance. Looking forward to finding out some of the wonderful things that the team have done with the technology. So.
Great, thank you, Daniel. And Michał, would you mind going next?
Sure. Hello, everybody. So I'm a team manager in our development department in PSC. So we are responsible for implementing awesome applications that are available on the marketplace, as well as preparing a customization that are suiting our customers' needs. And we will demo one of them just on this webinar today. So again, hello.
Great. And Marcin, last but not least.
Hello, I'm Marcin. I'm Atlassian Certified Administrator. I'm doing trainings, this kind of webinars, and all over Jira, Confluence, and Atlassian Stack implementations.
Excellent. Thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and turn off our cameras again. So thank you, everyone, for joining. We don't want to distract you from the main content here today. And before I hand it over to the Transition Technologies team, a quick look at the agenda. We'll start with a short introduction about Tempo before we hand it over to Transition Technologies, who will present the use case and the demo of the solution for you all. And as usual, we will round up the session with a Q&A at the end. Without further ado, I will hand it over to Daniel. Daniel, take it away.
Great. Thank you so much, Ólöf. So for those who perhaps aren't aware, Tempo is the market leader in time tracking solutions. And our suite of products includes Tempo Timesheets, our most popular, Tempo Planner, Cost Tracker for Tempo Timesheets, and Tempo Budgets. We've been around since about 2007, and some of you may already know us quite well, or may have already experienced how our tools give you and your team what you need to efficiently manage your time, your tasks, and your projects, especially project financials. So at Tempo, we create best-in-class automated and integrated solutions designed to help you unlock the true benefits and true value of tracking time. The customers can leverage Tempo's suite of applications to log time effortlessly, plan and manage resources in real time, and monitor all project finances more effectively. The reports available in each product also provide you with the data and level of granularity you need to make informed decisions faster. So here are just some of the more than 20,000 customers who currently benefit from using Tempo. We have customers who range from small consultant agencies to some of the world's most prestigious brands. And as more and more companies rely on software development as a key factor in their strategy and success, it becomes increasingly important to track time spent on R&D. And whether you're big or small, or if you're invoicing your customers, for example, you really don't need me to tell you that tracking time accurately is essential. So that's just a brief introduction about Tempo. So I'd now like to hand over to Marcin, who will take you through some of the work they've been doing. Marcin?
As we told earlier, hello, my name is Marcin, and I'm here with Michał. Michał is team lead of Atlassian development team. I'm Jira administrator. We are from Transition Technologies PSC, trusted global integrator. We have office around the world. We are located mainly in Poland, but we have some facilities in Europe, in Taiwan, Malaysia, USA, and in few different countries too. We are working in many areas. Main areas that are using our solutions are energy market, gas market, heavy industry. We provide outsourcing, and we create Industry 4.0, IoT and AR, and we're providing some IT solutions for healthcare. Of course, Atlassian is our main concern today, and we are one main partner of, we are Platinum Solution Partner of Atlassian. We have certificated technical partnership with many other companies like Microsoft, PSC, PTC, AWS, Atlassian, of course, Rockwell, and Dubel. Our company specialize to provide any company with best technical support and technical solutions. And today we will be focusing on Atlassian and one of our customers that trusted us with some fine development for their instance, T-Mobile. So right now I will be showing you the solution. But first things first, the quick introduction about our solution and what we will be talking about. During the pandemic times, we faced this problem that every company faced, that we cannot go to office as we want. The time tracking solutions help us to solve many problems. For example, Tempo help us maintain our log time, but one of our customers, the biggest telecommunication companies in Poland, T-Mobile, needed a way to check timesheets for employers, contractors, and then sign it digitally so they won't have to come to our offices and sign it manually on the paper as it was before. So today's case will cover the creation of account and how we can use Tempo timesheet to log time and gather work log, then creating table with cost origin with Capex and Opex for validation, and how can we create cost centers for our log time, how to validate it so we can check and get any mistakes that are made on log time or in mislogging for wrong purposes, and then creating the document and that can be signed digitally through our DocuSign integration, and it can be used as equal as normally physical sign on paper. The most beneficial things about this solution is about the quality of improvement of our timesheets. The digitalization of formal papers are providing us with benefit with no coming to office in any time. We can do it everything from safety of our homes. And of course, the notifications about the status of our log time approval, our timesheet approval, our document approval process is there. So Michał will be talking. Michał is our lead developer for our development team, and he will talk a little bit about our solution and about our Atlassian tools too. So please, Michał, speak up about our products, please.
Yeah, sure. So beside the fact that we are a Platinum Solution Partner, we also have a status of a Gold vendor. And we actually have 12 active applications on the Atlassian marketplace, and a new one are yet to come in the nearest future. Out of which the most popular, I guess, are the such applications like the scheduler or vacation manager. Also the Excel connector that is gaining popularity in recent days for maintaining the data from Jira inside the Excel. And beside that, as I mentioned before, we are also providing a custom solution for our customers worldwide. And one of the implementations we have made for our customer, which was T-Mobile, will be presented today. The part of in which the development team was mainly involved was when dealing with the automation rules and integration between the Jira workflows and the DocuSign capabilities. But I will dive into this later on in this webinar.
Okay, so right now I will be showing you the working solution that we created for our customer. First things first, how to create cost centers. In our case, we create Jira project called Cost Center Project, where we're creating tickets, tickets with Tempo accounts based around it. So we created few tickets with our accounts. Each account will have its configuration fixed. And we have short summary for our cost center with account, little bit description, and on the account part, we can show what kind of cost is it. In Tempo accounts tab, we can see right now the name of account, the key for this account. The best practice is to get this key as the same as a Jira ticket. What is the category, if it's Opex or Capex? What is the status of this account? So we can close account that is already expired. And one thing what is important right here, we can make this account global. So we can assign this account not in one ticket, but we can assign to multiple tickets just to make log time easier for all of our employees. Right now, I will show you how to create an account. So for our training purposes, I will create new cost center like maintenance of system part 2 or part 3 with our Jira simple ticket. Right now you can see we created new ticket for our cost center project. Right now I can go to Tempo. I will create Tempo account based on our ticket. So I will just copy the name of our ticket. I will set the key to the key the same as our ticket. I will select the lead person right now. The lead person will be me. The category, we predefine category. Usually maintenance is Capex. We can add customers, or right now we will not add any projects because I want to create this account as global. So we can assign it to any ticket in our instance. Right now, I will add this account to our ticket by pressing here, and I will add CCP. I will refresh it. Add account CCP 6 to our ticket, so we can move on to our maintenance of systems. Okay, right now we have created account with the cost within our project cost center with Capex property for now. If we want to log time, we can do it in multiple ways using Tempo. One of the ways is to log time through the ticket. I can just insert description. I can insert time spent on this ticket. And like you can see, if I assign ticket to the account to the ticket, it will automatically suggest the account. We can do it from the other side, from Tempo My Work tab. From My Work tab, we can add a timesheet from here. Right now, I have some time logged inside of other tickets too. And I can see by clicking simply on ticket, I can log more time for our solution. This is the part about logging time, and the Tempo solution provides us with period acceptance. Normally, out of the box, Tempo is providing us one-step authentication for the time periods for ourselves. But for our customer, one person accepting timesheet, it's not enough. They needed some more detailed view, what is logged, where is logged, and somebody who is accepting time need to be checked too, just to be sure that no mistakes are made. So right now I will create ticket, and I will create acceptance for our timesheet. I will select right now the reviewer, but this reviewer right now won't matter too much because we have separated project called timesheet approval, and timesheet approval will create ticket with our solution. It's gathering log time for Capex and Opex based on our timesheet provided through the tempo. If I want to send to approval, I will just use the send approval button. But if I spot any mistake like this one, because I should be working today 8 hours, not 4 hours, and by the out-of-the-box functionalities of Tempo, the time period is blocked, I can just reject this ticket with rejection. 4 hours instead. Okay, so I will just reject this ticket and the time period will be reopened automatically. I will add, you can see right now, I can resubmit it. I can add more hours to this ticket. And for me, everything right now is right. I will resubmit ticket. Of course, it will create another timesheet approval ticket. And I can check it as an employee, which everything is okay. In my standpoint, everything is correct. So I need to assign an approver. We usually provide this workflow with 2 approvers. We can add more, or we can even expand a little bit more approval process. And I will just select 2 approvers. One of approvers will be a direct supervisor. Another approver will be my colleague, Michał Dubel. Okay, not this account, Michał Dubel. Yes, and I will send it for approval. Of course, I can reject it as myself, but I cannot accept this timesheet because it's in my supervisor level. I can show you right now workflow. This is the simple workflow for our timesheet approval process. So when we're creating timesheet approval based on Tempo timesheet, we're going to waiting so we can correct any mislogged timesheet. And after I, as employee, thinks everything is okay, I will add to the, I will send it to approval, selecting to approval person, which they will approve. We have 2 levels of approval. The signatory will be covered a little bit later. So right now, I will go to the direct supervisor view. Right now, I can see I have ticket assigned to me. I can check if everything is okay. In my opinion, everything is correct. And I can approve this process with okay. Right now, this approval process goes to Michał. Michał, as the developer team lead, he's the supervisor, the second approver. And right now, he can approve it second time. And we can see right now, it's on the Michał Dubel approval process. And after Michał approved this ticket,
yeah, I have just approved it.
Yes, we are in signatory part, so I will give Michał voice and he will show you the signatory process.
Okay, so we are back again on the timesheet approval that was mentioned before by Marcin. And as it was presented before, we get a two-step verification process for electronic signature, because basically the T-Mobile as our customer has requested to come up with a solution that will enable them to electronically sign the documents by two parties. They wanted to have it, the first signatory to be the T-Mobile employer and employee, and the second one would be the external entity, like a contractor that has performed the job, etc., etc. So this is a specific workflow designed for them, and we modeled this in this way inside Jira, and we needed to figure out which solution to be used for actual electronic signature, and we have chosen the DocuSign, which is one of the most popular platforms for providing the whole slew of capabilities for handling the electronic signature, for either using the physical devices for doing so. There are multiple options for integrating the DocuSign with the physical dongles and stuff like that. Also, which was very important for us, the DocuSign provides the APIs and SDKs in a few languages, so that we were able to basically implement the application that can connect to the DocuSign and do the heavy lifting behind the scenes for the user. Because what was the other important request from our customer, from the T-Mobile, was that make it as much automatic as it can. So we did it. So basically, you can see that we got the attachment. This can be generated automatically, that kind of the PDF with a data table about the hours that were spent by each of the user on the timesheet. So this attachment will be used to be signed by using the DocuSign. So once we have the attachment and we are in a correct state, in a correct workflow state, we can trigger the sign with DocuSign action, which will automatically redirect us to the okay, it's the demo low. So let me just check one thing. Okay, of course, the signatory was empty. We need to define the person which will be responsible for signing the document. Actually, this is the party that is that I mentioned is defined as a company member. So I have chosen the different account. Of course, let me check it once more time.
Okay, I assign it for you, so you can.
Okay, yeah, that would be great. Okay, that would be great. Let me just refresh it and see that the signatory is correct. All right, so let's get back on track. So we will try to sign it with DocuSign, and as I said, this shall automatically redirect us to the DocuSign. You don't need to have explicit login operation right now, because once our integration is configured, this is done under the hood automatically. So we can see that right now we have our document loaded to the DocuSign, which we are treating as a black box. So the whole operations regarding the DocuSign, the electronic signatures, choosing the appropriate signature types, capabilities, stuff like that is handled by the DocuSign, only consumed by our side using the APIs. And right now I can just put my signature here and click to finish the procedure. And now it's of course processed on the DocuSign site, and we are automatically redirected to the Jira again, so that there is a very small footprint about the context switching for the end user. And the uploaded document is with the first level approval person sign being applied. So what was done under the hood is that the DocuSign was shall send the document. As you can see, I have prepared the inbox for the Signatory user defined here, and basically this mimics the scenario in which the external entity is signing the document. So the guy I'm impersonating at the moment is like a contractor, and he can just click the document through his email to review the document that was sent to him. What is important, at this time, you don't have to even have a DocuSign account. So in case of the T-Mobile, they were only like forced, or they needed to have accounts created for their team members, and the external entities will just receive the email. And as you can see, there is a placeholder for my next or the second signature. So I can put it right now and finish whole operation. DocuSign will ask me to create a copy and maybe also create an account, because this is a, so to say, accountless operation. So I'll just say no thanks. And basically that's it. So the counterparts shall see that there is a confirmation of our process, and on the DocuSign, on the Jira side, we can use the sync with DocuSign option to check whether or not the external entity, external counterpart has finished their job. This can be achieved in various ways. The workflow that we have just presented is very customer specific. There are small configurations needed to be done at the first time, and since first login, everything is being done automatically. So on our integration side, you could see app integration keys and API account that needs to be filled in, and you can do this by. So in our case, it was it's very super easy to have a POCs with such an integrations, because you can simply create a free developers account, which we did, and create apps and keys for developing. And then we have just replaced them with the actual keys from enterprise account on DocuSign for our customers. So of course, there are additional configurations that are needed. You can have a proxy settings there if you are behind a network translation or something like that. And a synchronization of the documents can be done manually, in terms of like, if you need a test trigger for such things, we can of course think of automating it by using maybe Quartz trigger or something like that. But as I said, this is a solution strictly designed for our customer. And at the end, maybe the most important remark that I could take out of this short demo of the electronic signature is that we have taken this as a basis, this implementation, and started to develop the marketplace application that will be a little bit more flexible and can be adjustable for a need of like anybody that would like to adapt such a solution. So we are almost there with the server/data center version of the assign integration to be published on the marketplace. And that's it from my side. I think that we'll now have a time for maybe Q&A session and answering your questions.
Yes, I would like to make a conclusion before our Q&A session, because I can see there are some questions. So the conclusion is, by using Tempo timesheets, you can extend Jira basic functionalities to gather log time, and using your account functionalities, you can create account with the assign to the Capex and Opex cost centers. And using these all features from Tempo, we can create and extend possibilities provided by Tempo by adding additional layer, using some scripting tools and using Jira native functionalities to create workflow with acceptance and workflow with signing the physical. Usually it was the physical documents, and right now they can be digitalized. So there will be no more visiting account department in your company, or you don't have to be physically in office to accept your timesheets, because everything you can do by the internet, with the internet access, and using DocuSign, which is providing you the possibility to sign documents digitally, that is equals to signing in physically on the paper. This solution will just save you time, because from the double checking the log timesheet, we can just check if there are any mistakes before signing any documents. And in the pandemic times, where everybody is social distancing, this kind of tool and solution is really, really useful. If we want to add another layer about time cost tracking, we are already using Tempo timesheet with accounts, and Tempo has budgeting module too. And with this timesheets based on Tempo, we can add cost, and we can expand this quick and brief solution that we showed you even further. And of course, if you have any more questions, you can just ask us. I will share our site. If you have any questions about the solutions and what we did, we can always contact us. And I think right now it's time for our Q&A session. So maybe let's just start the Q&A.
Yes, perfect. Thank you so much, Marcin and Michał. So I do agree with you. Anything that prevents you from having to spend time on things that are tedious or don't bring value, finding ways to automate it or bring it online instead of having to physically walk somewhere, we do very, very much support anything like that. So that's a great solution that you came up with there. And yes, we are going to open it up for questions, and we can see there are a few already. If you have a question and you want us to answer it, and we do have some time, add it in the Q&A section that you should see on the Zoom bar at the bottom of your screen, and we'll try to get through all the questions. And I think we do have one here about Agile methods. So I don't know whether Marcin or Michał, you want to take that one. Do your development teams employ Agile methods in estimating? Like, do you use story points? And if so, how do you reconcile story points with logged hours?
Yes. So basically, it depends on the product on which we are working regarding this time estimating. We did use the Agile methods using the planning poker and the story points. I think that might be the question not strictly related to the solution we were presenting there, but I'm not sure if I will answer it fully, but from my standpoint, I would say that basically those approaching the estimation using something more, so to speak, sophisticated, or maybe a little bit adjustable to a specific team, such as story points and doing a planning poker sessions, might result in a better adoption or better understanding how the team performs, and in fact in time improve the estimation itself. But I think it's a little bit not attached to the our custom solution we presented there, but
yeah, there's definitely, we do know that agile teams can benefit from past projects and see how long did they take. So that can benefit any agile team, whether they're using story points or not, in general for tempo timesheets. But there is one question here from the audience that is very specific to this solution that you came up with. For approving, are there multiple tickets created for approval per timesheet user, or would it be one ticket for multiple users requesting approval? Maybe Marcin, you want to comment on that one?
Yes, I can answer this question. In this solution, we're creating one ticket for one person for whole time period for them, because our supervisor needs to check each person by person. We need to check everybody timesheets, because if we do it in bulk, so if we create ticket with multiple people, so if somebody just make a mistake in their timesheet, everything will be rejected. And by creating a ticket per person, we can use out-of-the-box functionalities like bulk change. So if you see tickets that are already okay, or you checked everything in issue search, you can bulk change and automatically approve multiple tickets at the same time.
All right, perfect. There was a comment here as well. I don't know if you want to respond to that one, that there was a critical error on the website.
We will pass it to our IT department. I would like to answer one question. Eva asked, how did you connect it to the cost or just to lag time? I mean, do you have financial data connected to tempo timesheet? For this solution, we don't have connected it to the cost center, because our customer didn't need it. And I can share my screen again, but by using tempo timesheets, you can see right now everything that is logged time against the account is stored inside of account. And with using account functionalities, you can map time and expenses per account. So you can add prices, or you can set price tables, but it's basic functionalities of tempo timesheets. This is the basic functionality of tempo accounts. More advanced functionalities of budgeting is in tempo budget, but from here you can do little bit more financial data. Our main focus was about gathering timesheets, and to be precise, the timesheet quality to be the best as it can be possible. So employer will be paying his employees for the time they spent there, and if something is mislogged time, like we logged time on the wrong account, so it will go to the Capex, not in the Opex. So there may be a little bit difficulties from accounting side, so we can just spot it there and we can put out the fire before even spreads to the account department, and account department won't be just pulling strings to reschedule every time from our timesheets.
Yes, and maybe to build on that, you were showing the server version, which has tempo budgets, and our cloud version has cost tracker for tempo timesheets, which is a little bit more simple, easy to use add-on that works with tempo timesheets to add these cost tracking capabilities. So I don't know, Daniel, if you want to comment on that any further.
Yeah, so cost tracker is our financial add-in for tempo timesheets, and that will give you pretty detailed views of cost and revenue associated with the projects. And there's some pretty good reporting in there. So anyone on the call that wants to kind of explore that option, I just encourage you to have a look at Tempo Cost Tracker, our cloud-based solution, and you can always set up a free trial or speak to one of our consultants about that solution if it fits.
Perfect, thank you. There's a question as well whether we will be forwarding a recording of the webinar. The answer is yes. We will absolutely do that, and you should be able to then share that with anyone else on your team. All right, a cloud question here. Marcin or Michał, if you want to take this one. Do you have plans for a cloud version of the solution?
Yep, I can answer it. So the short answer is yes. So actually, we have already started the implementation process of that integration. It's related to the previous one, the question about the whether or not this was a custom solution. Yes, it was actually consuming the APIs provided by, or SDK provided by the DocuSign. So we've gathered some experience on the server version, because that was the one that we targeted with this solution for our customer, the T-Mobile. And out of this, we started the implementation for the cloud version. So yes, please stay tuned, and the more is yet to come.
That's what we want to hear. All right. Is there any way to see and compare monthly forecasted versus actual Capex and Opex? So Michał or Marcin, do you want to comment on that one before Daniel and I take it on?
I think it's more about tempo plugin. So please take this question.
Yes. So it's not a part of the Tempo accounts easily, but I do believe that Tempo budgets and cost tracker for Tempo timesheets on cloud would be able to help you there a little bit, especially on cost tracker. You can set and budget. You can set a budget, and then you can have an alert to see whether you are moving towards the finishing your budget too early or not. So I do encourage you to try those out, whether you're on server or cloud, and see if that will solve your use case. And if you have any issues or more questions, you can always reach out to the Tempo team or Transition team to get more help.
I accepted by mistake Chris' question. Is the DocuSign integration custom design, or does Tempo has integration too? The DocuSign integration is our plugin, and I think Michał can expand my answer.
Yeah, I have went through this question already just before. While I was answering the question about the cloud version, I also referred to the fact that the whole solution with the integration with DocuSign was our custom solution implemented fully on our side. So yeah.
Exactly. It doesn't come out of the box with Tempo. What does come with Tempo are our APIs. So we do have a lot of customers and partners that do use those to build some customized solutions for customers. Sometimes it's through a partner, and sometimes it's the customer themselves. There are always options there too. As to the add expense option, that is a part of Tempo Timesheets accounts that comes with all our add-ons. Let me see if I think we have one more question. So can you adjust the solution to slightly different business needs, or is it sold out of the box without any possible modifications? Can you speak to that?
It's about modification, the approval process, of course, because it's about native functionalities of Jira. What we did there is we take Tempo timesheet approval process and extended it a little bit, extended by creating ticket with all the data inside of it, and providing Jira administrator to create whole new workflow just for approval process. And by using REST APIs, we can add these approvals, we can manage all the things that Tempo are getting us, the benefits of Tempo, like blocking periods or like checking the approval process, and extend it a little bit more by the workflow we like. So for this presentation, we only have two approvers, but if somebody wants, we can make a multiple approval process. It's only about creating Jira workflow with the basic functionalities provided by Jira itself.
Yes, and I could add to what Marcin has said, maybe something related to the DocuSign integration. We had to make some assumptions. Of course, there was the need to prepare a well-suited solution that will also not take too much time for implementation, to be frankly speaking. But in terms of the marketplace product, in terms of the product for integration with DocuSign, we are planning to give a more flexible ways for adjusting the configuration for end users. Because, for example, the DocuSign is a very capable platform that allows you to tweak and adjust a whole bunch of the settings, starting with, for example, the placeholders for electronic signature. Those are the things that are set up using the APIs, the place in which they will be appearing on the document template. You can compose different document templates. So there, of course, will be a need to provide the configuration options on the marketplace app for such a things. So yeah, definitely the more flexibility for such configuration is yet to come in terms of the marketplace product.
Perfect, thank you. And one final question for you both. What was the most challenging part to implement?
Okay, so most challenging part was to get the customer needs. We need to think about how the approval process would work, what should be done there, and how we can make it as easiest as possible for users and for approvers for this process, because they will be approving thousands of tickets, because T-Mobile is one of the largest telecommunication companies in Poland. They have big Jira instance and all their employees are using Jira, or most of their employees are using Jira. So we need to think about how to make it easy, efficient, and as easiest as possible. Michał?
Yeah, what I could add is that we really had a few brainstorming sessions about which electronic signature component to use. So I think we have made when I look from my standpoint after finishing the project, when I look back, I could say that choosing the DocuSign to act as a black box for handling the electronic signature was the best choice, because there were other options on the table, like implementing custom signature mechanisms, creating own APIs to handle also the physical devices that were used by our customer, which definitely would end up that would end up in a more painful process of implementing it and probably not delivering on time. So I think that on architecture level we have made a good decision, and I think that figuring out the best way was the most demanding process of putting together the solution from the electronic signatures perspective.
Those are some really great insights. I think in a lot of development teams, those are exactly the challenges that many meet, to really truly understand the problem that the customer is facing, and then to pick the right way, and where can you benefit from using another tool, and where can you benefit from building it on your own. And it can be hard to make those calls. So it seems like you have been successful in your path to this. So we look forward to seeing more from you. But that's it from our session today. Thank you so much, Marcin and Michał, for joining us. It was a pleasure working with you, and it was great to see the solution that you came up with for your customer. For the audience, please look out for a follow-up from our partners, Transition Technologies. And if you have any questions for the Tempo team, you can always reach out to us. But if you need any more information, you can also reach out to the Transition team directly. But thank you, everyone. Stay safe and have a great rest of the day. All right, goodbye.